My name is Rustu. I'm in my third year of my commerce studies. I'm majoring in accounting and business law, and I recently completed the Stanford International Honours Program online. So at first I was a little bit annoyed because obviously I couldn't travel to America and San Francisco in particular, and there's lots of interesting tourist attractions there and the Stanford campus. So they made it clear that they were going to reduce the fees to kind of compensate for that. So that initially made me kind of a bit more curious about the program. And I started weighing up the pros and cons. You don't have stuff like air fees and stuff like that. You can kind of continue your own life that you already had back at home. So if you do stuff like, if you have a job, for instance, you go to a particular gym and that type of thing, you can still continue to do all of that whilst you're studying in a uni overseas. Yeah, I just applied online and then I had an interview. And then I think that was it in terms of the recruitment process. So one of the biggest challenges with studying online is the time zone differences. A lot of the lecturers, they understand that students are studying online, therefore they make themselves available. So if you have any questions that are specific to a particular concept in a lecture, they're more than happy to reply to you quite quickly as well. The 3 units that I did them out of interest. Even though I'm studying commerce, I was luckily able to study psychology, which is units that I'm interested in, but still get credit for 1 unit of my commerce degree. 2 of the units had 2 lectures per week and the other one only had 1 lecture per week. Their lectures were a combination of a tutorial and a lecture in one. They would deliver a whole bunch of content and then we would break out into breakout rooms and then we would discuss a question like we would in a tutorial, and then we'd come back and share our answers with the class, and then they would go on with more concepts. So the main thing that I enjoyed out of the experience was just getting to be exposed to a different field that I wouldn't normally be exposed to under my commerce degree. So Stanford specifically, they organised a Slack chat, which was essentially kind of similar to a Facebook group chat sort of thing. But that was a great way to kind of interact with students that were also going through the program. They prompted us like each week with sort of questions that would get us to kind of say something in the chat. Go take 2 pictures of like somewhere nice near where you live sort of thing, and then talk about like where you're from and that type of thing. So I'd recommend studying any international program. Although it's online, you're still getting the majority of the benefits. The application process is much more straightforward because you don't have the complications of organizing things like flights or accommodation at the place you're going to stay, or visas or that type of thing. One of the big reasons why I wanted to study at Stanford was so I could have something a little bit different on my resume. So anything you can have to distinguish yourself from other applicants is always advantageous. It felt like I was still getting a very similar learning experience than if I was to either attend the lectures live or in person.